The story of the Ponzi scheme begins with one man whose name became permanently associated with financial deception, Charles Ponzi. His scheme in 1920 was so bold, widespread, and spectacular in its collapse that it gave the world a new financial term. To understand this fraud, we explore Ponzi's background, economic conditions, investor psychology, and the scam's mechanics. It reveals lessons about greed, trust, and the timeless appeal of too good to be true promises. Charles Ponzi was born in Italy in 1882 and immigrated to the United States in 1903. With dreams of wealth, like many immigrants, he was inspired by stories of rapid fortunes and economic opportunity. However, Ponzi struggled. He worked low-paying jobs and even spent time in prison for forgery. He continued searching for a shortcut to wealth. Ponzi was charismatic, persuasive, and confident. He wasn't a financial genius, but he understood people. Understanding human psychology can be more powerful than economics. The idea sparked from international postal reply coupons. After WWI, currency exchange rates were unstable. Ponzi noticed coupons bought cheaply abroad could be redeemed in the US for stamps of higher value. This seemed like arbitrage. Ponzi claimed 50% returns in 45 days or 100% in 90 days. Today, those numbers are absurdly high, but in 1920, with economic uncertainty and limited regulation, many believed. The crucial turning point: Ponzi never executed the large-scale coupon strategy. He used new investor money to pay early investors. When early participants received high returns, they spread the word. Newspapers reported on the mysterious financial wizard. Lines formed outside Ponzi's Boston office. Workers, business owners, immigrants, and professionals handed over savings. Some mortgaged homes, others borrowed money. The promise of doubling money in 90 days was irresistible. The scheme's mechanics were simple. New investor money paid profits to earlier investors, creating an illusion of legitimacy. Early investors believed it worked because they received checks. Remaining funds sustained Ponzi's lavish lifestyle. As long as new money flowed faster than withdrawals, the scheme continued. But it required constant exponential growth. If too many investors demanded withdrawals or new investments slowed, the system would collapse instantly. At its peak, Ponzi took in $150,000 daily in 1920, equivalent to millions today. He bought a mansion, hired agents, and cultivated an image of a financial mastermind. Newspapers initially portrayed him as a rags-to-riches success. Public excitement made him a celebrity. This is a psychological element. When society believes in someone's success, skepticism decreases. People assume if others invest, it must be safe. Social proof became Ponzi's greatest asset. However, investigative journalists began asking critical questions. The number of postal reply coupons needed was impossible. The global supply wasn't enough. Shipping and redeeming such quantities required enormous infrastructure Ponzi lacked. Financial analysts calculated the mathematics didn't add up. The illusion began to crack. Once doubt enters a Ponzi scheme, panic follows. Investors rushed to withdraw funds. This triggered the inevitable collapse. Ponzi had no actual profits, only cash from new participants. Within months, the enterprise unraveled. Authorities arrested Ponzi in August 1920. It was revealed the company was insolvent. Thousands lost money, estimated at $20 million, hundreds of millions today. Ponzi was convicted and imprisoned. After serving time, he was deported to Italy. He later moved to Brazil, living in poverty, dying in 1949. The man who handled millions ended his life with nothing. His story illustrates a recurring theme: schemes that appear unstoppable can collapse overnight. The Ponzi scheme is historically significant for its structural blueprint. The model has been replicated countless times. Decades later, Bernie Madoff orchestrated one of the most infamous modern examples, collapsing in 2008. Madoff's fraud resulted in losses estimated at $65 billion. The underlying principle remained identical. Madoff, like Ponzi, relied on trust, reputation, and consistent returns that seemed stable regardless of market conditions. Ponzi schemes reveal deep truths about human psychology. People are drawn to high returns with low risk. The promise of financial security or rapid wealth can override rational analysis. Social validation reduces skepticism. When friends or family invest, individuals assume legitimacy. Complexity can disguise fraud. If an investment sounds sophisticated, many hesitate to question it. Ponzi exploited all three factors expertly. Another key lesson is the role of regulation. In 1920, financial oversight was weaker. Agencies like the SEC did not exist. Today, regulations require disclosures and audits. But even modern safeguards cannot fully eliminate fraud. Ponzi schemes appear in various forms: crypto scams, high-yield programs, multi-level marketing, fake hedge funds. Technology has simply changed the delivery method. Understanding the mathematical inevitability of collapse is crucial. If a scheme promises 50% returns in 45 days, investors must grow exponentially. After a few cycles, the required new participants exceed the available population. Growth slows and the illusion shatters. Unlike legitimate investments, which generate profits through productive activity, Ponzi schemes rely purely on recruitment. There is no real value creation. The media also plays a complex role in these stories. In Ponzi's case, early positive coverage fueled public interest. Later investigative journalism exposed inconsistencies. This pattern repeats. Charismatic fraudsters enjoy initial praise before scrutiny intensifies. Public opinion shifts rapidly from admiration to outrage. The same newspapers that celebrated Ponzi condemned him. The cultural impact of Charles Ponzi's scheme is profound. His name became a permanent financial term. Today, whenever a fraudulent investment collapses, headlines label it a Ponzi scheme. That linguistic legacy is a warning. Why do intelligent people fall for such scams? The answer is not stupidity, but emotional vulnerability. Financial stress, fear of missing out, and optimism bias all contribute. During uncertain economic periods, people crave stability and opportunity. Fraudsters position themselves as providers. Ponzi offered certainty in an uncertain world, quick prosperity when many struggled. That emotional appeal proved stronger than logic. Another dimension involves trust networks. Ponzi relied on immigrant communities who trusted him as one of their own. Modern scams operate within religious groups, cultural communities, or professional circles for similar reasons. Familiarity builds trust quickly, and trust accelerates investment decisions. Ultimately, the Ponzi scheme story is about human behavior. Markets run on confidence. When confidence is genuine and backed by real productivity, economies grow. When confidence is artificially manufactured and unsupported by real value, collapse is inevitable. Ponzi exploited confidence without creating value. That imbalance ensured his downfall. In conclusion, the saga of Charles Ponzi stands as a timeless cautionary tale. It demonstrates how charisma, opportunity, and psychological manipulation create massive financial deception. It shows how early success generates widespread belief, and how belief can temporarily override mathematics. It reminds us that extraordinary returns almost always carry extraordinary risk or outright fraud. And it proves that while financial technology evolves, human nature remains constant. The Ponzi scheme did not disappear with Charles Ponzi's imprisonment. It simply evolved into new forms. The lesson endures. If an investment promises guaranteed high returns with little risk, skepticism is not cynicism, it is wisdom.